All right, we're live, and they're showing the ball that McCutchen should have caught right in front of the Yingling sign. So this is a new concept for us. We're actually going live during the game, and the game's already started. The Phillies at this point have a 1-0 lead, top of the second. No outs, and Dom Smith doubled to lead off the inning. Mike and I actually, it's James Flippin and Mike Yancey. We were able to synchronize our TVs. So that because I have YouTube TV, so I'm definitely delayed, which could potentially be good, by the way, because if people start tuning into the stream and they know the way react
reacting now. Let's we throw to the he's dead.
Oh, he's out. Oh my gosh.
With nobody out. You can't make.
Well, you got to take the chance. You got to take the chance anyway because they don't score runs.
I don't like it.
No, you got to go. You got to take the chance.
Roman freaking Quinn just made that throw.
I thought he was hurt.
Oh, he's batting eighth, and that was very much him. That was a nice throw.
That was a nice throw on a seed, and I thought Dom was a little faster than that.
Oh, you watch the glove comes up and got him in the face. Watch this.
Yeah, not necessary.
A little Real Muto with the extra boot, like the face wash.
Yep.
I don't think that was
with the face wash. You're absolutely right on that, Mike.
I don't know. I don't know that was like him doing anything. I don't think Real Muto is that kind of player. He's just making sure the play was made.
Little face wash there. I don't think there's any question about it. You want to tweet this link out also, by the way, if possible?
Yeah, you already did, right? So I'll just
retweet you. I mean, I don't even know if I tweeted the right thing. I tweeted my YouTube page.
We'll see. You want me to click it first since my sound's off to make sure it's working?
Yeah, maybe you should just go and get the actual link and then put it in a tweet or something. But
it's just your general YouTube. Oh, okay, here. Now this is the link to the actual video. It's weird to watch this while I'm doing it.
So again, I wasn't crazy about that little face wash from Real Muto.
Lippin.
Given the
Mike, as we podcast.
Given the history, you have to question that. And of course, Adam Farr would finally get a hit.
Hashtag LFGM. I know you love that.
Huh?
Okay, it's out.
What did you do?
Come visit us.
You did LGM or LFGM?
Oh, I don't hear you.
Huh?
Wait, hold on.
You can't hear me?
I opened the YouTube link. Did I screw with something?
Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't hear you.
Absolutely perfect throw home.
Let me see.
And the face wash. I could have done without the face wash, I'm telling you.
Crap. I do not hear you, sir.
I'm hearing you, and I'm hoping that the audience is hearing me. So.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I had the volume down.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we're small technical difficulty.
Yeah.
I don't like sending them there. I'm sorry. I mean, you can't make the first out like that. It's got to be a slam dunk, score a run. I know the Mets have been struggling, but at the same time, you got the Big Bopper and Jonathan Villar coming up. So,
yeah, no, I'm actually okay with being aggressive there. I think that they've struggled to score runs to an extent that you gotta push the issue a little bit. VR has been brutal.
No way, double play there.
Yeah. Nobody's really been hitting with any sort of consistency or even really driving the ball into the outfield, it seems, which is kind of crazy.
The Mets hitter, consistency wise, got hurt yesterday. JD, he's been there.
Right. Yeah, JD Davis was obviously hitting the ball very well.
Yeah, I think the average is second in the National League.
And I guess at the very least, his defense hasn't been as atrocious as it sort of had been, like in that Cubs series, for example.
Yeah.
At that time, we hadn't done a podcast in a while. I was ready to call for Luis Guillorme at that point.
And he got hurt doing what? He barely plays.
Swinging or something? Batting practice? I mean, I'm telling you that somebody had a great tweet the other day where they said, basketball players go flying through the air. They come down on the court. They dunk, all this kind of stuff, and they're fine. Baseball players get hurt, like, swinging a bat. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. Or did you hear about Jesus Luzardo on the A's?
The video game guy?
Yeah, he fractured his pinky playing video games.
Now, look, so I read that, right? I read the article that said.
Oh, I didn't read the story. I just saw the headline.
I read the article in the New York Post, so maybe it's just an overly simplified or cut down version of whatever. But the guy broke his finger supposedly playing video games. But it said something about like he hit his finger on the table or something. So like, did he get so pissed about the game that he hit his hand? I mean, that's a little different. When you read the headline, you're like, what was he? Was he pushing A so many times and so furiously that he broke his finger? You know what I mean? Like that's what I originally thought. Or like some sort of stress fracture from how often he was playing the game or something like that. By the way, can I just point something out? It's been a little. I know was not expected to come in and be Johnny Bench, but I've been a little bit disappointed with James McCann's offensive production. I mean, I didn't realize the dude was
you got to point out that the difference is night and day defensively. So if you're going to kill him offensively, which I agree with, you just saw the stat that just put up 59 plus OPS.
He's been good. I mean, look, the whole 2-run pass ball notwithstanding, he's been good defensively, very good defensively. I just didn't realize he was an automatic out. That's my only point.
I don't think last year he was. I think that's the whole one of the reasons they gave him, I believe, $14 million a year, $14 million a year. I mean, look at that division standings right now. Everybody's within 2.5 games. The Mets are only half a game out of first with the garbage they played. So, I mean, Nationals are first place at 500. And the Marlins are last place on 5 under. So they're 2.5. It's so funny. And the Mets
I just think that some of what we're seeing here is a little bit of what is a flaw in the Mets like formula, a fly in the ointment, that they have just so many streaky hitters that you're prone to times where there's going to be like 5 to 6 guys who are completely in the tank. Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's been too many. It's too long now. The whole like not hitting with runners in scoring position. It's obviously in their head. That's a problem because you have to actually do that to win baseball games. And I don't know. Like again, the lack of authority with which they hit the ball is just troubling to me.
Oh, should have caught that. That was a tough play. Foul ball.
Should Harper have called him off there?
I thought Harper should have got there. I wonder if Harper's a little gun shy with the head. You see that play when he got hit in the face?
I actually didn't. I knew that he was out for a while, and I guess I didn't realize that's what that was tied into because my buddy was
turned into it. He got hit by a fastball, and then Didi Gregorius got knocked out on the next pitch in the ribs.
Who were they playing?
Cardinals, I believe.
Wow. So was that Chippy?
Well, Girardi screamed at the reliever. I think it was the Cardinals.
They were playing them recently, I think.
Wow. Pollock Beatty total 15 RBIs at Dodgers 16-4 win. Oof.
How many?
Total. One had 8 and one had 7. AJ Pollock had 8 RBIs today, and Matt Beatty had 7.
Wow.
That's like a week's worth of scoring for the Mets.
Yeah, seriously. How many games in first are they right now?
Dodgers. Well, the Padres have been playing pretty well. Let me take a look. It looks like I hate that it doesn't open a Google Live. Look at this. Oh, because I'm on Chrome. Let's see. Here we are.
Here. He's looking kind of. Is VR looking gimpy? I don't have the sound on.
Oh, I'm not. Me neither. I mean, it would. Why is it? What's he doing here?
I don't know. They're just making it sort of dramatic. Then his walk back to first. I guess he took off on the pitch or something, and I don't know. He's dirty. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, he looks like he's a little. I think he's just a little winded because he's been running. The Red Sox are 17-12 in first. Yankees are 500. So
you knew they were going to be fine. The most predictable thing of all time is the fact that they're 500.
Yeah. Let's see. The Dodgers are in second place.
Well, I don't mind this graphic that shows the lead.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Give me another foot.
Is that really?
Oh, here it goes. There it goes. Is that foot I asked for?
Yeah.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Oh, boy. See, again, I just didn't realize the guy was an automatic out. That's really my big complaint with McCann.
Yeah.
I didn't expect him to come in and be Johnny Bench. But I didn't realize that he was going to be this unproductive.
Yeah, I guess I don't have to stare at the screen during commercials, but it's been a little disconcerting all around. I mean, Lindor obviously has not been a $341 million man yet.
Right.
I have full confidence that he'll be fine. I mean,
he's one of the ones I probably worry about the least. If for nothing else, then I can't even allow myself to I can't even entertain the notion that he's going to be like a total buster or anything like that. He's got to at least bat 250 and show some pop at some point.
Oh, well, by the way, they got their run on a leadoff home run by Andrew McCutcheon. And apparently he hit it about 10 miles, according to
Did he really? Well, Peterson didn't exactly pitch that great the last time at Citizens Bank. He rebounded a little bit.
Yeah, he's been overall, he's been for a 4 or 5, he's been fine.
What do you think of my new setup, by the way?
I think it's a nice setup, but you're making me look bad. I gotta like decorate the wall behind. I have to ask permission every time I do something with my wife. I value my life more than the podcast because there could be no podcast if I'm dead.
I understand.
But I gotta do something.
Can you tell who this is? How do I can't even like get my spatial understanding down.
That way. God. That almost looks like Todd Hundley.
That's who it is.
Oh, well, he was my. I don't think I'm not sure if I shared this with you, but he was my favorite player before Piazza came around. And when they experimented with left field, do you remember how terribly that went? And then they ultimately moved on. I cried, and I'm proud that I'm okay to admit it. I was young enough. I also cried when I was at the.
He first went to Chicago or L.A. Because I know he ended up with both.
I thought L.A. was first. Once again, I could verify. Give me 1 second. Todd.
I kind of feel like maybe it was Chicago and then L.A., but I can't remember for sure.
I'm on Baseball Reference. He had a 230. I mean, overall, he had a couple great years, but overall, he wasn't that good of a player.
No. I always, he was the guy that got me into catching as an actual like player. So
yeah,
that was special.
And I should just warn you that you should never doubt my greatness because he went to the Los Angeles Dodgers before he went to the Chicago Cubs.
See, there you go.
At age 29 was his last year with the Mets, and then he played for the Dodgers for 2 years. He actually had 2 pretty good years as a Dodger, 24 homers both years, 70 RBIs 1 year, 55 the other. He had 284 one of the years with the Dodgers. That's unlike it with a 375 on base. That's a pretty damn good year for a 234 career hitter.
How many games did he play that year?
Let me see. That was 2,090.
Oh, so that's a pretty good year.
He also had and the year before was 114. He was a guy that got hurt a good amount.
So, I feel like I could be talking completely out of my backside right now, but I feel like the Dodgers used to like always piece the catcher position together with veterans back then.
Yeah, well, I think they had Charles Johnson for a little while. Remember how good defensively he was?
No, I think he was when he was younger. I remember he had a big arm when he was younger.
Yeah, but I think he was part of the moving parts with the Piazza trade. I think he might have been a Met for 5 minutes.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then you probably can't name a single person that was in the Piazza trade, can you?
Well, for one thing, wasn't Preston Wilson?
Yes, Preston Wilson was. So now I doubted you and paid for it.
Yeah. I want to say that I do know one of the pitchers also, but I don't know if I can dig that deep.
I believe Jeff. I'm actually looking now, but it's not up yet. I believe Jeff Goetz or Geotsz was in it.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. You don't remember Piazza Tamer? The Marlins, Florida acquired the star catcher along with Todd Zeile from the Dodgers just over a week prior to its trade in New York, sending Gary Sheffield, Bobby Bonilla, Charles Johnson, Jim Eisenreich, and Manuel Berrios to the Dodgers. That's the Marlins end. Piazza played 5 games with the Marlins, hitting 5 hits, 5 RBI, and 19 plate appearances. And then here's go.
Yeah, that's funny because again, speaking of the fact that we're watching the Mets play the Phillies, I think of Eisenreich as a Philly more than anything.
Oh, agreed. Where's the hell is the damn? Who did the Mets trade? That's not it. Dodgers trade. Here we go.
I remember Mike Jacobs was part of the Carlos Delgado trade. And what makes me think of that is my mom just asked me the other day, who was the guy that used to write in his little book after all the at-bats?
So I was correct, as were you. There was one missing piece, which would have been insane if we remembered it. Traded on May 22nd, so coming up on 1998, so that was 23 years ago almost.
AJ Burnett wasn't in it, right?
No, he was not. AJ Burnett, I believe, was in the Al Leiter trade.
That's right. He was in the Al Leiter.
So traded by the Marlins to the Mets, then Florida Marlins, in exchange for Jeff Getz, Preston Wilson, and Ed Yarnell. Talk about, I don't know if the Mets did well there.
Yeah, right. I know. Seriously.
He struck out the second base of Matone. The hell is that guy? Never heard of him. Strike
Yeah,
two out.
yeah. I think he got called up recently. Actually, I remember.
Take that trophy off my screen. Chase Utley.
Boo, boo! I was just talking with somebody about him because somebody was saying,
"Who do you hate more, him or Peter O'Brien for catching David Wright's pop up?"
Yeah, I mean, for me,
I was at that game.
Honestly, Chase Utley is on a level. Is on like a. I mean, it's even worse than that because of what he did and how he did it to Tejada and stuff.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's on like a Reggie Miller.
Don't get me wrong; it was a dirty play, but like all of a sudden, Ruben Tejada became this like hero when he's never been more than a below average major league shortstop.
No, I mean, I sort of understand what you're saying. It's not like I was ever trying to make him out to be something like that, but
he was almost a martyr for the cause, wasn't he? Like just to hate Utley.
Yeah, to an extent.
Yeah, a little bit. What's up now? Oh, Roman Quinn. This guy's fast. I hope they keep him off the bases. Struck him out to get good inning.
Hey.
All right, good rebound. Now we got.
He kept his pitches down there, only 35 through 2. So
all right, you've heard it here first. 3 batters until Francisco Lindor comes to the plate. I predict he will make it 1-1. Solo shot to right field.
You think he's going to hit a home run?
I'm going for it. Is that Bartolo? Oh my God! It is Bartolo. It's Bartolo.
Oh wow! Yes. Wow. Hold on. I don't want to mess with the timing. I want to
rewind it.
Should we just rewind it?
I don't know. I feel like I could just look for it later, but now I have something to look forward to in case this game sucks.
I didn't realize that was
all right, we can't get hung up on commercials, even though it's a God among men in Bartolo Colon. So what is, I guess, moving forward, Louis, your best friend, Louis Rojas, we'll get into that in a second, shifted the lineup around a little bit with McNeil. There's a guy I worry about a little bit because his swing is completely changed. He is all uppercut. I think he might have bought into this launch angle bullshit where he's trying to hit everything in the air. And he's been a guy that, I mean, if he hits ground balls, he's not a speed demon by any means, but he can make use of the entire field, and he's so pull happy. And right now, I mean, he's a bottom of the lineup guy with what he's doing. Until I've never been a big fan of putting the onus on the pitching coach or the hitting coach. But right now, the Mets are playing Chili Davis out of a job. If this continues for another week or two, I would not be surprised if he's unemployed.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I guess he's going to have to be like the scapegoat or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm largely with you. I mean, like, no matter who it ever was, I think back in the day, like Howard Johnson would sometimes like catch the ire of I don't even know if was it Howard Johnson. I feel like he was their hitting coach at one point.
Yeah, I believe for
like it's just like whoever it is, the hitting coach or the pitching coach. Honestly, maybe the pitching coach, there might be even more to it. Like some of that, I think Hefner, had to sort of like start to make some hay, and they've been pitching very well this year. So it's like, all right, all of a sudden you don't hear anything about Hefner.
I don't think he was ever on the hot seat, Hefner.
I don't know about hot seat, but it's just like, really, is he? What was he? What's his claim to fame? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Diaz had gotten better. Again, last year in the shortened season, Diaz looked much better, and so far this year he's been lights out.
He's been great.
But no, I just think that my point being that the more you hear about any coach in baseball, it's weird. It's like the one person that gets insulated is the manager in the modern sense. And I don't mean to jump the gun and get into the whole, subject at hand with Rojas or Beltran or whatever it may be. But the manager gets like totally free of criticism. It's like, well, the general manager is the one who more sets the lineup, and manager's not really that important these days. Like things are a little more defined, that type of stuff. It's like,
wait, quick, name the Mets general manager, quick.
I was going to say Jared Porter, but obviously it's not.
I forgot his name. Good take. Peterson's seen 4 pitches so far. That's like one more than I expected.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I'm surprised he took that pitch.
Pretty low pitch count, 36 so far.
I got to admit, I honestly don't even know who the Mets general manager is.
Oh
I
my
mean, it's
God.
really Sandy Alderson right now, isn't it?
Well, they have the guy. Oh, Zach Scott, I think it is, right?
That's right. Oh, come on. That wasn't a strike.
No, that pitch was low. He dropped it too.
Why would he not?
Run?
I'm puzzled by that. Again, like, I'm not going to be one of these guys that's like going to go like super old school crusty fan and be like, why wouldn't he run down to first? But like, why wouldn't you at least jog down to first? What if he throws the ball into right field?
Yeah, he won't. I really hope we have a Dom Smith versus Alvarado rematch tonight.
Does he play tonight?
He appealed the suspension.
Right, so he can play because of that.
Yes, that is correct. Well, McNeil's hitting leadoff today.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh,
no, but going back to your McNeil point, I very much agree. I don't understand sort of like what's happened to him. I feel like he was such a good, like I remember hearing a quote from by way of maybe.
Well, I think
there we go. That's the kind of hitter that I thought McNeil was. Honestly, it's like
now my prediction. I need McNeil to get picked off so I could get my prediction right.
That's true.
It's okay. I'll take a ribby single. I did say he tied the game at 1. I didn't say he'd put the ball over the wall originally.
Yeah, you didn't. That's right. You did not actually specifically say that he was going to hit a home run. McNeil going the other way like that is very encouraging because to me, that's the kind of hitter he was. There was some quote from Louis Rojas where he was like, oh, he's always been a pull hitter.
Right.
And it's like, to me, I was like, I've always thought he was a guy who like keeps the bat through the zone flat for a pretty good long amount of time and almost like a poor man's Ichiro type guy.
Yeah, that was a very encouraging hit just now, actually.
Yeah, like sort of spray the ball. And don't get me wrong, if he's looking for it, and obviously we've seen it happen, he can jump
a routine fly ball.
Unreal. He is just killing him right now.
Yeah.
I mean, why? How would that even?
That ball had a lot of. I thought that ball had a lot of plate too.
It really did. It's just unbelievable. It's just like, boy, look at that. Look at that.
Again, they're just all the pressure from the ESPN bullshit.
Better, and in retrospect, like he was disappointing back then.
Yeah. Piazza came in like
unreal.
Guns we still got big clutch Mikey C 1-for-1 again.
Huh?
Did he hit that? Was that a foul ball?
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like the stupid icon, that the marker where the ball goes for ESPN on their graphic. I like mistaken for the ball sometimes. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that graphic, to be honest with you.
I'm not crazy about Lindor's hair either.
No, there's just, I think he needs to get a haircut and switch up his mojo a little bit.
Yeah, shave his head. Go crazy.
Neil did it.
Yep. Good take. All right. So earlier today, by the way, while we're in between pitches, I umpire Little League. There's a place called Baseball Heaven in Suffolk County where they have a lot of tournaments. So I'm told I have 2 tournament games for 9-year-old travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I later find out it was a national tournament. And I did the second game, which was the championship of the tournament behind the plate. And it was South Carolina versus New Hampshire.
Wow.
South Carolina took home the crown. And those 2 teams were like the nicest people in the world.
Wow. Nice.
Like one guy came out it wasn't even an argument. He's like, may I please ask you a question? I was like, of course you can. There you go. There you go.
Nice.
Oh, and Harper bobbled it. He's safe. There you go. Tie game.
Tie game. You were off by 1 batter.
Conforto's coming around.
Yeah, he is. And you know what? Honestly, more power to him. The last thing that I wanted to see, obviously, even though I had my concerns about whatever it would be to get into like a long-term contract with him just because he's so streaky, is see him just have like a total dog shit year in a walk year.
Yeah.
So I would love nothing more than for him to catch fire here and just go the rest of the way and get a huge contract.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it should be from the Mets or not. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, that was a pretty wonky bounce. You see that?
Yeah, he did. Like, yeah, it's an
He did
English.
well to keep it in front. Come on.
By the way, just I think it's worth pointing out that quietly, and of course,
error.
Thank you, Bomb.
That's the bomb we all know and love.
Yeah, is it Brom or Bomb?
I think it's Bohm.
Bohm.
Yeah.
All right, Bohm.
Bohm with the bone, the bang, the bang. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. But I was going to say Alonso's actually been quietly having a good season so far.
Yes, he has. I guess in terms of we're going to talk positives. A couple things stand out. I think, first of all, Edwin Diaz has been great.
Right.
He had that one outing he gave up a couple runs, but I think that's the only thing he's really given up all year. Alonso's been good defensively. Alonso's impressed me.
He has.
Going around the infield, nothing notable in terms of positive.
Unless you want to
McCann's defense has been very good. He's already thrown out like more runners than it took Wilson Ramos for like all 60 games last year.
Right, exactly.
Dom is another guy that I've been a little discouraged with.
Same.
I think he has a double today. I didn't know that until I looked at the graphic just now. But he's kind of been flailing, not as disciplined as we've grown used to with him, not using the whole field.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see him shut me up right now.
No, but that's kind of a common theme, I think, is that there's not enough. And look, I think even though I know baseball changes and you talk about launch angle and all this other kind of stuff, and they face such power stuff now from all the starting pitchers, and then it gets into the bullpen and it's the same thing. Baseball doesn't change, like not every aspect of it changes. When you're slumping, a lot of the time you're not hitting the ball the other way enough. You know what I mean? And there's, I think, a good indication from a guy like Smith, which that was a terrible at bat.
Yes, it was.
And McNeil, that's really what's happening right now, is that, so much of their strength is that ability to drive the ball to the opposite gap. And it's just not happening enough.
Agreed. And I think like some of the, I guess, advanced analytics seem to point towards if guys try to pull more, it increases their numbers. And I wish like they're trying to get more analytically driven, like, and join the new millennium, I guess, in that regard. But I think sometimes just being the player you are and just doing your own thing and letting the rest play itself out and being like cutting back to basics and taking all the extras out sometimes is the right way to go. And sometimes they overthink it. And I think if they're trying to do too much, the old notion, like Keith talks about, trying to do too much and making your swing so long, right? I mean, you're getting out of your own comfort zone, and that defeats the whole purpose of what you're going up there trying to do. Like these Dick Vitale commercials. How old is he? 100?
He's getting up there. Dick Vitale.
I can't with that stupid Gatorade thing over his head. So is YouTube TV just gives you the same feed? Because I've never tried it.
Yeah, it's totally the same thing. It's just like internet TV. It's like an internet cable provider.
And if you don't mind me asking, what, like, you obviously get the Met games and stuff. What does the plan usually cost? Because
I think it's up to like $50 a month now or something like that. Maybe 55.
Okay.
Well, but the one thing it wouldn't work for you, and it barely works for me. I'm just not as much of a fan. I'm, a fan, but not as much. I don't get MSG.
Need my Knicks and Rangers.
And it didn't really even matter to me as much the previous years. Like it hurt this year not being able to watch the Knicks, obviously.
Well, yeah, now that they're more fun, and
right?
They're going to make it. And I mean, I think they ensured a playoff spot, but they want to get out of the play-in tournament, which it looks like they have a shot to do. I think they're the 4 seed right now.
Yeah, well, I know they have a tough stretch down, or they have a tough. Who are they playing tonight? Tonight they're not playing anybody tough. It's like the Rockets or something like that.
Well, let me see. The Rockets just beat somebody good, like the Bucks or somebody. Or was it the Lakers? Knicks are at Houston now, 8:00.
Oh, they're just tipping off.
Yep. So, but in terms of I bet we're gonna look into alternatives when our year is up in August. But I'm gonna need Optimum. Kind of has a monopoly on this area I'm in terms of internet. So I'm gonna have to keep an internet plan with them.
Yeah.
But in terms of television, I don't need to spend $130, $140 a month for the lowest cable plan, and they're gonna jack it up after a year.
Right.
I hate when the catchers sit like that when they're like legs stretched. I feel like they leave themselves so exposed.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about when he does that. By the way, what a beast Max Scherzer is. Complete game today, which nobody ever does anymore, ever.
Yeah, he took a shutout into the ninth until Rojas took him deep.
Okay, Rojas hit one off him, and then he left the game for his wife was giving birth, I guess, for their third kid. Strike 3.
He left the game in the ninth inning,
or left the stadium in a hurry because his wife was giving birth.
As he should.
No, but my point just being, I'm reading in my head what I saw on the bottom screen here from the ESPN scroll. But I'm just saying, what a day! The guy pitches a complete game, which doesn't ever happen anymore. Strikes out whatever it was, 10 guys, and then goes and here he's having a kid. That's quite a day.
Is that his first, or you don't know?
No, I think it said it was his third.
Oh, okay. Well, although we don't root for him too much on a professional level, obviously on a personal level, something like that, all the best to.
Yeah, he's just one of those guys that I just can't find it in myself to hate on him. You know what I mean? Like he's so nasty and just such an old school horse.
That was a nasty pitch. That was
his slider's been actually pretty good at times this year.
12 swing and misses already, and it's only the third inning.
Yeah, no, he's actually shown a couple of starts. I think he needs to just figure out how to get through the rotation in extra time. That's so much the theme of all these pitchers nowadays. Yeah. But it'd be huge for him if he could, because he was a guy that I think when they first drafted him, they thought he could be like an innings eater type.
So who do you think? Have they announced who tomorrow's starter is? Because DeGrom, they decided to give an extra day. So
it's not going to be Lucchesi.
Let me see. It was TBA for a while. Hold on, I'll look it up. Mets probable. Come on, don't lose them. All right.
Yeah.
No, it says TBD tomorrow against the San Luis Cardinals. There we go. Now 3-2.
Gonna lose this guy here.
Well, he doesn't want to groove one because McCutchen hit one to Timbuktu his first at bat.
Right.
But the walks will kill you if you ultimately lead to that. I would just try to lean on the outside. Well, he's going in. Oh, that was a hittable ball that McCutchen missed. Did I say that before you saw it?
No, I was just sort of lamenting the fact that you were right and that could have been deposited several rows deep easily.
Well, I think he was trying to go with it. If he sat back on that and pulled it, I think we would have been in trouble.
Yeah.
He's still talking about Lindor, as you could tell.
Right.
Yeah.
As well, they should. Strike 3.
Oh boy, that pitch was low.
Why is he running down? Why is he going down there? Why is he going down to first?
What was that? Was he showing up?
Was that his way of protesting the call?
I guess that was not a strike.
No.
Sorry, that's low.
But you know what? He's calling it consistently.
Man, that's a low strike.
Yeah, but who was the guy that got called out on the Mets on a similar low pitch?
I think it was Peterson.
Somebody did. So, at least
it was the pitcher. It was Peterson.
Eflin's like, all right. I don't necessarily mind getting that call. I don't mind getting
that. Talk about a guy that's had a nice start to the year, Hoskins. I think he's right up there in the home run leaders.
Yeah, I've always thought that he was a good hitter. He's one of those guys that I guess I don't see often enough to know that he's
not. Always I think last year or 2 years ago he hit 230 something, but his on base is always high. Oh, Joe G's yelling.
You can't argue balls and strikes from the bench. He might get himself tossed. Didn't he get tossed from a game recently? Was it against the Mets?
Well, he went nuts on that ridiculous double play call. Did you see that?
No. I'm thinking of his he wasn't there because one of his kids graduated, I think.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that he got tossed, but that was not the case.
He got tossed in the game that Harper got hit, but that wasn't against the Mets.
Gotcha.
Oh, I got a nice dent in my leg from my computer.
Ooh.
That's okay. Got shorts on. There's Jake. Well, 3-1.
Yeah, that slider is not quite. It's he just doesn't quite have a full
I feel like DeGrom should just host a pitching class for all the Mets pitchers.
he should.
Oh, nice. That's a good 3-1 pitch.
It was good. It was right on the outside corner. It was a very nice pitch.
It wasn't anything he could really do it. Right. Hoskins is also pretty much a pull hitter. I mean, he did a home run against the Mets over the right field wall, but more often than not, he definitely goes to left.
Mm-hmm.
I think the call here is a low slider.
I think they're going fastball again.
Oh, and you know what? That's good hitting.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be if it was like before 2014 or whatever.
It would have been a 4-3 in your scorecard, as Keith says.
It would have been what would Keith Hernandez said? An excuse me, put out your fanny. Like he basically just threw his bat at the ball, but
Do you like this thing how they wire up the players and then you listen to them talk and all that?
I think it's potentially interesting. I don't know. I mean, I always do kind of wonder, like, what do those guys talk about at first base?
Probably the same thing we freaking talked about on the Little League field. It's just a bigger version of the same damn game. Just make it a few more bucks.
I'm trying to think about what that would have been. Like, I guess, what did you have for dinner that night or something?
Oh, Bryce. I'm happy he didn't get. I don't ever root for anybody to get hurt. I mean,
no, I didn't even see it. I missed it somehow, that whole thing. So
he's one of the more underappreciated superstars in the game.
You know what's interesting is just today I was texting with a friend of mine, and he likes to do this thing where he'll send me a screenshot of somebody's baseball reference page.
And that's the player.
He crops out the team name and he crops out even the position sometimes. Sometimes I have to ask him for what I'm about to explain, but the whole thing is he'll say, is this guy a Hall of Famer? And, sometimes I have to say, well, what position? You know what I mean? Because it's just like a little bit fringy for some reason. If it's a shortstop or a center fielder or a catcher, obviously it's like a different consideration. But he sent me the stats for Harper without me knowing that's who it was. And I said, yeah, I think this person is. I like the home run pace. So he'll probably hit 500.
He's going to be a Hall of Famer. I don't think there's any doubt. I think he's close already.
10 years. Oh, geez.
Nope, he held up. Nice block.
Right. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. I'm so used to.
That ball would have been the backstop with Ramos, no question.
Right, exactly.
And I could let the guy be human, have one mistake like he had the other day, but overall he's been.
Well, I didn't see that play. From what I understand, that was actually more of a cross-up, right?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see the play either, but I think, and I don't know about you. And when I don't watch a game, number one, if they lose, I don't usually go seek highlights from a loss. I'm just like, okay, I'll look at the box.
I mean, I guess weird plays like that, I probably would have looked it up to at least. So you're not going to call that pitch.
Where the hell was that? That was
see, the worst thing is just the inconsistency. That's the thing that'll kill you.
That's a strike.
The inconsistency will kill you.
That's a strike. Look at their little stupid graphic. I don't. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's a killer. But going 3-1 on him.
Oh, Dustin May went on the injured list, huh?
Yeah, he had tingling in his arm, and he immediately went. I think he's undergoing more tests. And again, that's the same pitch he called before.
Yeah, Ginger guard,
yeah. I have him in my on one of my teams. That was pretty.
Yeah, nice pickup.
Yeah, I drafted him, but it's a kind of thing where a lot of my players are hurt. So if he's going for a big surgery, I'm probably just going to drop him.
Right.
I don't know if there's any update on it. It's actually good that you bring that up. I'm going to look. Dustin May. I just use Twitter.
Lowest percentage of pitches in the zone. I guess, like, sort of in theory, like pitchers that are feared or batters that are feared by pitchers. Alonso was on there.
Let's see the latest.
Oh boy, this is not a good situation to be up against a real Muto in.
Yeah, this could very easily be 4-1 after this batter.
Yeah.
Nice pitch. I have a feeling Dustin status when untrained pros reaction looked more serious. Purchased the contractor left-handed pitcher Mike Kickham and put Dustin May on the injury list. You see Travis d'Arnaud got hurt yesterday, and the Braves right away put him on the 60-day IL.
No, what happened?
I don't know what the injury was, but I saw tweets being like it did not look good.
Jeez, if they put him on the 60, obviously he must have like broken or tore or something.
Here we go, Travis d'Arnaud. Tell you what the injury.
By the way, 2 good pitches from Peterson to go after Real Muto on the outer part of the plate like that, because I think obviously the book is out that he's looking to jump something in middle end and just murder
By the
it.
way, it's a thumb injury for d'Arnaud.
Oh geez, yeah. So he must. That sucks.
He must have fractured or broke. All right, you got to go off the plate here. Oh, whoa! Bring him off.
Yeah, I mean it was a ball, but I would have loved it.
Well, this umpire's been inconsistent, and so I thought there was a shot he might give him that call. He hit a spot, though. I said off the plate in. I got off the plate in, and I still got upset.
Yeah. Well, what do you do now?
I'm throwing that slider on the outside, trying to hit the outside corner.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're doing.
Yep, he goes with it. Oh, my God, that ball's carrying. Oh, he got there. Woo!
I felt, you know what? Right at the same exact moment, I had that fear of God that you did.
It looked like Conforto started to look up like that ball was going to carry.
I know. It looked like he was looking up. I bet if it was SNY, we would have heard a looking up from.
Yeah, from Gary. Gary gets excited whenever somebody starts backing up.
And he's a master of that looking up call.
Yeah. All right, so that I have to go upstairs and change my shorts now.
Yeah, whistle past the graveyard there. Whistle past the graveyard. So I didn't want to talk about this while they were pitching because I just wanted to get through that. But you know what? One of the biggest things is that I think is just like a big problem with being a Mets fan. They just never have good offenses, it seems. You know what I mean? Like so many years are this year where they pitch well. And look, it's a long year. It's only 1 month in. We know that. But it's a very inconsistent lineup potentially. And
it has been.
As a baseball fan, you want to watch a rally every now and then. You know what I mean? You just want to watch a rally. I know it's a foreign concept for this bunch.
Is it fair to say that they're a bad offense considering they're like 3rd in the majors in batting average? They just are the anti-clutch. They are. RISP is the biggest thing. They're not. It's like with runners in scoring position, everybody in this lineup tenses up and goes up there trying to just keep the line moving. It's like they want to be the hero. So everybody goes up there like if it's 2nd and 3rd and 1 out, God forbid you go up there trying to hit a fly ball. I mean, hit a fly ball, get that run in from 3rd, less than 2 out. These guys are going up there trying to hit a 3-run homer instead of trying to just do their job and move on. Because, yes, that won't count as a hit with runners in scoring position, but if it's a 1-run game, that's kind of the difference. So I think they're all trying to do too much. They're all trying to change the team's problem by themselves, and they're not playing like a collective unit. And
I think you're absolutely right, for one. But I think the bigger problem is that it's not just like a this year problem. Like,
wait. There's 2 Philly fanatics. When did that happen?
Huh?
There's a Mrs. Philly fanatic. Look at this.
They switched things up because the Philly fanatic. I don't know if you can tell. He's got a slightly different look to him because there was a copyright battle, and the person that originally designed the Philly fanatic in like the 60s or 70s or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, that was a strike that didn't get called just now. Look at Eflin.
See, I'm behind now.
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know. Slow internet, I guess.
Oh, see, I just saw a pitch off the corner get called a strike. This guy is all over the place.
Jeez.
All right, I'll try not to comment right away. Or you want me to pause again?
Yeah. Well, let's see how we do. Let's see how we do with it.
It looks like throw to first. Pilar's out.
We might have to do it.
Actually, it looked like it was going up the middle, and then it was just off the end of the back, a blooper.
How slow is he, man? How slow is Kevin Pillar? What does he bring to the table? He's not elite defensively anymore.
He had a pretty good offensive year last year. Wait, let me look it up.
Last year or smashed year. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in last year. Oh my God, Kevin Pillar is just so the pits. He really is.
So far in 21, he's a negative .4 WAR.
He's the pits, man. I don't know why
Last year
can be playing over him.
Last year total 6 homers, 26 RBIs, 288, 336 on base.
Yeah, and again, that's great.
He had 21 and 87 in 19.
I'm so happy for the San Francisco Giants or Rockies or Red Sox or whoever the hell it was. He did that.
You had it right on the second and third try.
But
by the way, he never played. Oh, yes, he did. In 2019, he played for the San Francisco Giants. I stand corrected.
But it doesn't do anything for us now. I mean, Jed Lowry is a beast.
Base hit for Pilar. Not Pilar, VR. That was bound to happen in terms of mixing them up.
Again, in that case, I don't mind you being a little ahead of me.
I could share good news early, but not bad news.
Yeah. But no, I think you're absolutely right about the clutch thing. Or the runners in scoring position issue. I've always said there's no such thing as a good clutch hitter. There's only a bad clutch hitter. And what I mean by that is the non-bad ones are good. And I'm not trying to be like cryptic for no reason. It's just that if you can basically treat those high pressure situations like they're not high pressure situations mentally, those are the guys that seem to hit so well in the clutch. It's like every at bat is the same thing for them. You know what I mean? Like a guy like Derek Jeter, I think he was just like at the same level during an April at bat or an October at bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it was just very
rise for him in the same way that it does for some other people. And it's understandable. You know what I mean? Like it's a human situation. You want to come through. You want to be the guy that, helps your team win or whatever, but you got to overcome that somehow, or maybe you don't. And maybe that's sort of the problem that they have as an offense or whatever, but it's just unbelievable. I mean, like, it's just like, it's remarkable how bad they are when they have the opportunity to actually do something like drive some runs in.
All right. So I got an 0-1 count to McCann. Is there any doubt in your mind he's going to ground it to a double play?
Absolutely not. And I'm probably even like further behind you now because I think I must be having internet issues or something.
Oh, really? Do you even see McCann at the plate?
No, I do. It's 0-1 right now.
Yes, I have 0-1 as well. He hit a foul ball.
All right.
So here we go. The 0-1 pitch is coming. Foul ball again. 0-2.
All right. So yeah, I'm becoming increasingly assured of a double play.
Are we rooting for a strikeout here?
I would not be shocked of a strikeout either.
A strikeout at least would clear Peterson.
True, which I'll take.
Yeah. But anyway, so it seems like nobody's really gotten off the ground running in the NL East. I mean, they're all 500, and thank goodness for that because the Mets being a deep ball. I mean, Atlanta is also under 500 with that team.
Yeah, I mean, they're basically they're not hitting either, right? Other than Acuna.
Oh, there's bobbled it, but he's going to get the out at first. Bohm having a rough time. He should have turned 2 there.
Okay, well, we absolutely called it. I mean, you called it, of course, that it would have been a double play.
Yep.
Was VR maybe running on that play, and that's potentially why they didn't get to?
There was definitely a bobble there. Here we go. Here's a replay.
I wondered if he actually just went better.
Here we go. Yeah, he juggled it, and then VR was pretty close to there. We got to watch it in super slow.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he did. You're right.
And why are we going to see the slow mo at first? Are we saying he's off the bag? No, I don't think so.
I would have loved if he airmailed that.
It wasn't far, a little bit higher, and he might have to pull his foot off. Peterson for the RBI single. You ready?
Did it happen?
No. I want it to happen.
That was cruel and unusual.
I'm sorry. I saw you ready, meaning like I should have been clear with my words. Pretty good cut on the first pitch, though.
I didn't realize you were a Yankees fan.
Oh, you stop it. God forbid.
See, they just flashed along the bottom screen. It was Scherzer's third child. He and his wife, Jessica, I think it says.
Okay. Are 1-1 now. Blue Jays swept the Braves.
Wow.
7-2 with the win today.
Yeah, so 7-2. So they're just not hitting either, really.
Yeah. And, Springer left a leg fatigue. I guess his injury is acting up again.
Yeah, he's had some health problems. which is sort of offset some of the complaints.
That was almost fair down the line. Peterson a couple good cuts on Eflin here.
Yeah, but he can't catch a break.
He's going to throw a breaking ball that he's not going to be able to touch. Probably out of the strike zone.
Yeah. But at least we will have cleared the pitcher. At least we will.
I think that's important because it's almost an automatic out. I still don't get why the pitcher still hits, but that's me. So you see the game on the bottom now. The Reds Cubs. They had 10 home runs in that game.
Wow! And that was they cleared the benches yesterday. Those two teams.
They did.
What's his name? The pitcher, the big lefty for
Amir Garrett.
Blew him away.
He's a loose cannon.
Yeah, I mean he's an interesting guy. He's one of those new age, like, what's the phrase? Let the kids play or whatever. Like he's all in.
What's your take on the Alvarado thing?
I mean, to be honest with you, the thing that sticks out with me the most about that moment is that there was runners at second and third, right?
Yeah.
Second and third. And the pitch before he struck out and then Alvarado, whatever, gesticulated. It was a 3-1 pitch. And Alvarado threw a cookie right down the middle of the plate. And Smith looked at it. That at bat will stay with me for some time because it's just like so nonsensical to me. It's like, how are you going to be a baseball player and in the 8th inning with runners at second and third, a 3-1 fastball right down the middle of the plate and you don't swing?
You're looking to walk.
Yeah, like what's going on there? Or to the point where, like, why would you be so dead set on he's going to throw me a breaking ball 3-1 or something like that? Like, why? Like, why not look for a four-seamer that you could basically do some damage with? I just don't. And again, like, I have like a conspiracy theory that the whole Donnie, who's the I want to say Don Nelson because I've got the NBA on the mind, but who's their like fake pitching coach or hitting coach? Donnie
I forgot that name. Stevenson, yeah.
Yeah. I have a feeling that this is like their like answer to like the criticism that they're facing as a bunch or whatever.
It's to try to create a fictional character.
Huh?
It's to try to create a fictional character to take the
heat. Because it's like, oh yeah, he's helping us with our approach, like that they for some reason think like that it's like incorrect for their approach as hitters to be questioned or something. It's like, well, people who have watched baseball for a long time, plenty of them think your approach is pretty bad.
Yeah, they're allowed to critique.
And like when I see a guy take a 3-1 fastball right down the middle of the plate with runners at second and third in a game that you're losing by a run,
would you like to?
It makes my head explode.
I know. Would you like to unmute right now so you can listen to your boy talk?
Louis Rojas.
Louis. You know the Giorbe music?
Again, you know what's the problem is? You know what the biggest problem is for me? It's not even really that I mean, I don't think Rojas is like a good manager or whatever. And like, I think on some level, your team's performance should probably reflect what's going on there. But I still think that Beltran got a raw deal. And Hinch is managing in Detroit. Cora's managing in Boston. Let's get Beltran back in New York.
Cora was never going anywhere else.
But my point is, why are they getting a second chance and Beltran isn't even getting a chance?
I think it's still kind of soon, and he was kind of scapegoated in that whole thing as like the guy. This is a big inning for Peterson, by the way. Coming around with, I know it's past the middle of the lineup, but there's plenty of dangerous bats in this area.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's true. And actually,
whoa, what kind of swing was that? Watch this.
Not impressed. You were not impressed by
it? Did you see it?
Oof. Yeah.
That's like me trying to hit a good fastball in Little League.
Right. Well, I mean, again, I think that at times it seems like Peterson's slider has like some pretty nice action to it. You know what I mean? Like a pretty nice shape. And it's not like he throws slow. I mean, he's like what, mid-90s most of the time?
Yeah, usually he's around like 93.
He needs to nibble that outside corner with more consistency, and then he's going to be able to, I think, maybe pitch more often deep into games and stuff like that. But
yeah, that last pitch wasn't a great pitch. Had a lot of play, but he got lucky. He fouled it off.
Yeah,
I think overall, like, look where this ball was.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, right on the corner.
Well, the weird thing is, I think Bohm is like a guy. I think they said the other night he's almost always like inside outing. Like, you know what I mean? Like guy who drives the ball the other way for, that's like his typical move. Damn it.
Full count again. Here we go.
If he made that pitch there, he would have had him struck out because he had him out over the plate there.
Oh, the positioning worked out on this one, grounded out. There you go.
The shift?
Yeah, he hit that normal positioning. I think that ball's back up the middle.
Right. It's such a shame with Lindor because he's got those Laffy Taffy cleats. And it's just not, the results are just not matching those Laffy Taffy cleats.
Does it amaze you even more seeing
and we should say the graphic on the screen, it's mentioning Nolan Ryan, 78, 59 strikeouts, DeGrom, 59 this year, most strikeouts.
How about the lowest ERA in 55K month?
Yeah, DeGrom and Pedro matching up. All former Mets so far, by the way.
There you go. Oh, what a terrible camera view by ESPN. Didi hit the ball in the air, and they're showing the crowd like it's gone. It was well short.
Yeah, they didn't have a good angle there.
Didi doing us a favor.
Somebody made a comparison, by the way, with Schwarber in the outfield. I mean, I know he hasn't been hitting for Washington the way they would like, but somebody said that he's getting better in the corner outfield, and they were saying maybe that can happen for Dom. Again, Dom hasn't been hitting so far, which is frustrating. That's part of the reason you live with him in left. But
yeah, his defense hasn't been killing them.
No, he's had like a couple bad plays, right? I mean, I can't think of any off the top. I mean,
he's had a couple plays going back on balls that were scored doubles that a good left fielder catches.
Right.
Like that looks like, a hit by Matone.
Yeah, this is the guy that got called up again recently, or got called up maybe for the first time. Yeah, that was smoked.
Well, that's a guy you throw a fastball down the middle to.
Right. He's pretty excited for himself.
So the Phillies have played 7 more games than the Mets. Is that what I count right? Yeah, 3. No, I'm sorry, 6. So they played 27. The Mets have played 21.
Well, you know what? I'll say this much. I mean, I hate with a burning hot passion the 7-inning doubleheader. But
if it works in anybody's favor, it's the Mets.
Well, just the fact that they're playing fewer games right now when they're at just such a dog shit level offensively.
If the doubleheaders went straight into each other, not much time between games, is an argument that can almost be made to have DeGrom pitch 7 and then pitch a couple innings in the second game.
I know, right? That'd be awesome.
Imagine having DeGrom throwing a complete game, then throwing the first 2 innings of the next game, and then handing the ball to Stroman.
Yeah.
Or
they would never, ever, ever do it.
No, I know, because they think it would mess with his. And you know what? They'd be right, but
right.
It feels like
but it would be
like that you're cheated with only 7.
Yeah, in a baseball video game, you could probably do that, like the show.
Yeah, probably still have the energy.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the latest show. I've never even taken out of the wrapper. I do so much crap that I don't even find video games, even though I enjoy it. But
yeah, I played the old version of the show for a while over the last winter, and then my old PlayStation, it was like a PlayStation 3 or whatever. What are they up to now?
5.
5.
All right. And the inning is over.
And the inning, nice. A little Gary Cohen action.
Yes. Let's check. By the way, scoreboard update with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The Knicks have an 8-point lead over Houston.
Okay. How's Randall doing?
Let's see. I knew you were going to ask me too. Be prepared. Box score. Here we are. So box score. Knicks points leader is Julius Randle. 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. 6 points for RJ Barrett. 2 of 2 from downtown.
Nice.
5 points for Reggie Bullock. 1 of 2 from downtown. Even Alfred Payne's hit a 3. The Knicks right now are shooting a ridiculous 6 of 8 from 3.
Damn.
57.9% overall. That's a pretty good start. And Brooklyn lost today. How sad. Leading scorer right now for Houston is Kevin Porter Jr. with 5. They have 3 guys with 4. So Kelly Olynyk, he's a pain in the neck on the boards. But Derek, do I see Derek Rose has 4 points? So yeah, Bullock has 5, and it is 32-24 with 141 left in the first. That's a good quarter. They settle in the mid-30s and take that every quarter.
I may have to eat my dinner in front of you. By the way, I apologize.
That's okay.
Did you eat already?
Wait, so where are we now in the game? Where the Mets are coming up, right?
Well, I lost my feed here for some reason. I have no idea why. I was out of my. See, this is. I had a feeling this was going to cause problems by trying to watch the. I didn't think it was going to cause problems, but I should have.
Oh, because you're trying to do this while watching.
Yeah, like I guess I should have probably set up a different computer to watch the game on.
Okay. Well, now we know for future. Maybe the Mets are hitting with the top of the lineup, so maybe we could ride it out for this half inning, and then we'll call it a night.
All right, cool. I do like this. I do like this potential format, though.
Yeah, this could be fun. And you know what? While we have our topics, we could also react live, and lead to other things. And I mean, the last time we only did like 45 minutes, maybe not even, and we just eclipsed an hour, and it feels like we've been talking for 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So.
But I will say it's a very dissatisfying fan experience when your team never hits. You want to watch a rally every now and then.
Well, let's see if we could start one with McNeil.
You know, it shouldn't be so much to ask to watch a rally every now and then.
Am I telling you what's going on? Do you have like game day or something open at the moment?
What, do I have game day up? No. I got the feedback. Oh, jeez.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Come on, bounce. Damn it.
Oh, that's a nice play by Hoskins. You saw that before me?
Yeah, I guess I'm ahead of you now.
Said, damn it, and 5 seconds later, Hoskins caught the ball.
All right, I paused it for about 5 seconds, so let's see if
I'm watching
boy.
That was a nice play. You gotta give credit where credit's due. That's not an easy play for a baseball player. That over the shoulder, the basket catch like that. I almost said over the shoulder boulder holder. Otherwise,
not that impressed.
You're not that impressed?
No, I'm not that impressed.
Okay. Oh, he held that against his chest. It hit the palm of the glove and then went up against his belly. So that was a good play. Up.
Right. Well, at least we got to ground out the second base to look forward to here.
Let's see. All right. Has he thrown the first pitch yet? Here, I'll tell you when I see it.
He is throwing the pitch now.
Oh, yeah. We're about the same. That was a strike.
It was a nice, tight curveball that Lindor just had absolutely no chance of doing anything with.
Oh, I'm okay with taking that pitch on first pitch.
I just wanted to point out, I just wanted to say, inside fastball that he got absolutely just unbelievably beat by for a Major League Baseball player. And for a player that has a $300 million contract, just a stunning level of getting beat by a mediocre low 90s fastball.
You're not wrong.
Just stunning.
You are not wrong, my friend.
I mean,
that was a pitch he could have touched the right field.
That was like way up the handle. I mean, what is wrong with this guy? And it seems like he doesn't even give a shit. I mean, I hate to say it. I know his like demeanor is like happy go lucky. I'm a lighten up the clubhouse type guy, but like, give me a break.
I have no answer.
No, whatever. Obviously, I even said once on this podcast that he's one of the guys I worry about the least because he's got the track record.
You also said, not only this podcast, today you said it. I think he'll be fine. I'm in a Conforto solo shot right now. It made me feel a little better.
Right.
That was a nice one.
I just find it interesting, like, and I guess that's part of just how bad their timing is and how everybody's swing is off and so on and so forth. But like they're getting beat in by looking at their swings and stuff. They're just getting beat by like not really like high level stuff. Like when I watch guys out there go up against the Grom and flail at his stuff, you understand it. You know what I mean? Right. I don't know. It's just so bizarre to me. Like, very, very puzzling. I think he needs to cut his hair.
Yeah, I think or change the color or something.
Yeah, change the color a little bit. Like do something different. You're absolutely right. And ESPN gets its narrative here. ESPN gets its nice narrative, which is good for them. They're showing Lindor. We'll show Lindor. Um,
1, 2. My wife keeps calling. Hold on a second. We'll do this live. She keeps on FaceTiming me. I'm gonna put her on the phone
Right.
again.
this is our second FaceTime call. On
Hi,
this.
Stephanie. You're on right now on our show.
Oh, great. Do you know where the canned pumpkin is?
The canned pumpkin. Last I saw it, it was on the counter by like the coffee maker. And why don't you call your mother and ask, because she reorganized our entire kitchen.
Nice.
Can't help. I'm sorry, sweetie.
All right, love you.
Love you. Bye.
Should we organize the kitchen?
Our dog is let's just say having a bellyache.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. All right, Conforto having long and bad here. I was able to call my wife in the middle and still going.
Yeah. He fouled off a couple pitches up and in. He definitely looks a lot better than he did. There's nothing else to say about that.
Yeah.
He's just more balanced.
Fouling off pitches right now that he would have swung and missed that 2 weeks ago.
Right. He seems much more balanced in the box. He's just got more of a chance against stuff.
Knicks expanded their lead to 10 with 11 minutes left in the second.
Nice.
I may be forced to go back and forth on this.
Base hit.
Oh, yes. 3 for 3. Michael with a nice at-bat. At-bats like that, a 2-out single, likely that won't turn into anything. No offense to Alonso. But, working a 5-6 pitch at-bat, getting a single, making him face another batter. Right. He was at a pretty manageable pitch number. Now the Phillies are probably going to have to consider making a move in the 6th.
Right. No, that's very true. And actually, to be honest with you, this team sort of fancies itself being a big-time competitor. It should make a difference because it means more high-stress pitches for this guy in this inning.
Right.
And Alonso is supposed to be one of your guys that makes a guy pay for being in that situation.
And plus, that was yet another. You want to shift? That was a 4-3 on a normal position.
Right.
Pete taken all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you saw it already, didn't you, you punk?
I think it's actually pretty much the same time.
All right.
He's doing his little flexes here, his little half.
Yeah, I see it too.
Okay.
All right, so we're on pretty even keel.
Here's the pitch. He's mixing with the hand. Mediocre slider. Damn it.
Yeah, force play. Inning over. All right. I think I'm going to be doing my work and stuff along with watching. So,
it was a good test run. I think it was a good test run in this format, and we'll have to do it again.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, man.
We definitely will do so. And as I always end every podcast, let's go Mets!
Go Mets!